Hi everybody, this is Rose of Sharon, and I'm back again with another book review. I just recently read Healer, which is book 3 in the Affinity series by none other than Mrs. J.S. Lenore, whom I have met in person, and she is an absolute gem of a human being. She is an utter delight. I love her dearly. I wish I could actually get into a closer circle with her and go with her someplace, because she just seems like she would be a lot of fun to hang out with, and hopefully she wouldn't consider me kind of odd. But yeah, I'm not your typical 40-year-old. I have no children. I have tons of hobbies, but I know eventually I will have a family of my own. It's just going to take some time to get to that point. I'm a late bloomer, so yeah, my best years are ahead of me. I feel it. But back to the tale at hand. We learned quite a bit about Kim and, of course, Alex Cross. And something changes within Alex during this investigation that they're running in the PD. And it is intense. This one just kept me on the edge of my seat. I was gripping the side of my chair, just racked with adrenaline, and it just was utterly spellbinding. I was just in rapture the entire way through, and it was way too short. Mrs. Lenore, I'm talking to you. This is far too short. Make your next one longer. So by the time I finished it, I had this just letdown. I thought, I can't wait until next year when Speaker comes out. But of course, there are 7 different affinities. So just so you know, I'm going to go to the glossary to look up the other affinities, because I can't remember them all off the top of my head. But the first 3 are very easy. First one is Reader, the second one is Burner, and the third is Healer, and the fourth is Speaker. So let's see, what other affinities are there? Right. Shaker, Seer, and Shaker and Seer, yeah. And the Shaker is actually one of the more powerful types of mediums, as well as Seer. And typically somebody who has an affinity, it's only one affinity. Our medium is only born with one affinity, according to her paranormal universe. But it's really quite intriguing with Mrs. Phillips, and yeah, I'm not going to go into that because that would give away a huge plot point, and I don't really want to do that, or I'll spoil it. But with what has happened with the mystery of this particular murder that took place, and the ghost that's involved, and just how erratically this spirit is behaving, and she's very concerned about the phenomena, especially when Priya, her own ghost, warns her, this is not usual. I'm thinking, well, no crap, of course it's not usual. This is completely abnormal, even for the spirit world. And I loved it, and I haven't really had experiences like Kim has, but I know about the paranormal and what comprises the paranormal, and I'm very intimate with it. I just have to say that it's one of the best books that I've written. I think that Healer is her best book in the Affinity series. Of course, I haven't read the next 4 books that she will be producing. And of course, yeah, she's got another baby, so it might take her a little bit longer. But just take your time, Mrs. Lenore. Take your time. Spend all the time that you can with your loved ones. It's important to have family close by. I'm patient. I'm very patient. And I hope to actually see you again, because I think it would be really incredible just to see you and give you a big hug and tell you how much I enjoyed Healer. But I'm seriously looking forward to Speaker, because I know if it's anything like Healer, it's going to just be a home run, and it's going to be absolutely sensationally written. Just everything. She pulls you in from the very get-go, from the moment that you open. It's like, what was it? Hemingway, he used to say, you have to get, no, it wasn't him who actually said it, but Hemingway had this penchant for getting people immediately sucked into a tale because he had that ability. Same thing with our Indiana Proud Faulkner. I mean, William Faulkner, I love him. His Fahrenheit 491, excellent book. I mean, Faulkner has this kind of tongue-in-cheek way that he's very satirical. Hemingway too, but they're very detailed, and the vocabulary is so erudite and lyrical, poetic, and at times it's very visceral, especially when they're discussing the more grotesque aspects of humanity. And she has that too. She has that ability when speaking about what Kim is actually feeling, what emotions it's evoking within her, and you can empathize with her character. You think, oh my Lord, she is in quite the pickle now, and you kind of wonder how the heck she's gonna get out of it. But you know, there's this sigh of relief at the end of the denouement, and I thought, oh, I mean, I literally felt like I was just released from this onus. I was really, well, I knew for a fact that she wouldn't do anything to her main character because she's the she is the crux. She is the bread, I should say the bread and butter of the series, the main focus, the focal point. She and Alex, of course, and what happens is so beautiful. What happens between she and Alex, I'm not going to go into detail, but is one thing, being as schmaltzy as I am, I just thought, oh, you know, I get all giddy and happy and think, there's hope for me in the world. But that's about all I have to say about Healer, and I don't want to get rid of the book, unfortunately, but I have to sell it. So, it's a gently used book. I barely even cracked the spine. You can even tell I cracked this. Well, you can tell I cracked the spine a little bit, but I mean, it's minor. It's a gently used book. I take very good care of my books, as I think that they speak volumes. Not to be punny, but to me, books are like people, and I want to treat them all with respect, as words are power. I believe that as a writer myself. So that's about all I have to say. So until next time, live and prosper. Drop 2T.